So I've got a couple of emails over this last weekend from people that I've known for a while, former clients, people that I've worked with. And they had to do with, ooh, what is this law of attraction thing all about? And I thought that was really amusing because everyone is talking about law of attraction, law of attraction. It's with all of the materials that have come out having to do with the law of attraction in the last year and a half, everyone's jumping on the law of attraction bandwagon. So, it's like new, isn't it? And then there's the whole groundswell of everybody saying, ooh, that's new age stuff. That's, law of attraction. I know what that is. That's impossible. And it's just another airy fairy, new age, meaningless thing and a fad and it'll be gone. And I think that's funny too. Law of attraction might be a new term. That might be new terminology for what this is. But it's not a new concept. The law of attraction is basically, it's done to you as you believe. And I think that was said, it was at least written down as far as we know about 2,000 years ago. So I guess it depends on what your concept of new is. If that's your concept of new information or a new idea, then yeah, 2,000 or odd years is new. But it's not new information. I mean, even if you want to look at recorded history and recorded, it's usually religious information, because when you look at religions sprung up around somebody who understood that there's more to us than this thing. There's more to us than our five physical senses. And so there was somebody who was able to understand that and then try to explain that to everyone. And the way you explain it is through language. And then that's interesting in and of itself. So then, because it's non-physical, because it's an energy thing we're trying to communicate, people say, oh, religion, spirituality, spirit. Yeah, so yes, you're talking about the spirit, and yes, you're talking about your spirituality, and so religions spring up. And what happens when religions spring up is that it's moved away from you, and it's moved to just the words and repeating the words. So the meaning behind it that the person who understood it was trying to convey gets all lost in the shuffle. All mucky, all murky, all gone. Really, really hard to grasp and hard to find and hard to keep. So even in the Old Testament, and when you look at those works, when you look at all of that, we look at it from our point of view today. We have gone to school. We have the internet. Can you even remember life before the internet? What that was like before cable TV, when you had 7,942 channels, all with nothing on. But when you only had 4 channels, maybe 5 or 6, and you had to use the antenna and stand on one foot, your dad did, and maybe it came in clearly. It's all so much information right now, and we're very well educated. But when that's only been here for the last maybe 70 years, our educational system, the people that are alive now can read and write. But before then, most people didn't read and write. They didn't have grammar school, much less higher education into their teens. They were out working, they were living. And before that, even when those books were written, they were a very simple people. They were trying to make it through the day. So the stories that they communicated, everything was told in a story. So even if you look 150 years ago, the ideas and the movement after we came out of the religious, oppressive Dark Ages, and we were a little bit better educated, people started talking about your thoughts actually have meaning. They're actually something here. Your thoughts and your feelings create your life. And now, in the last 20 years since we discovered quantum physics and quantum mechanics, science is proving that. My site, Morgana Materials, I've been doing this for 15 years. I've been accessing this information since I was born all my life. There are people around who've been doing this for 15, 20 years, even now. They've got the real deal, the real stuff going on, the real experience of it. But scientists, if you look in my site, themorganamaterials.com, I am interested in the science of the spirituality as well. Spirituality is great, but I want to prove it. So we've got spiritual science going on. So I've got foundational scientific biologists, physicists that are proving this and that are demonstrating this. This is not new. It's not airy-fairy. It's not outside of you. It's not something you can't understand. It's just the way it works. And what you want to do is prove it and test it out and really investigate what it is in your life, because it's all you've got to work with. And it's your life. And isn't that the most important thing? Your life? Because it's your life and you want a life. And what are you giving to those that you love? What are you giving to your spouse and your kids and your job if you don't have the best you there is? Think about if you have the best you there is, what kind of marriage are you going to have? What kind of relationship are you going to have? What kind of relationships are you going to have with your kids if you are the best you possible? What are you going to be able to contribute to your job or your dreams? And everybody should have that. This is your life. So law of attraction isn't new. Maybe the term is new. Maybe everybody's just discovering it in that terminology, but it's as old as the hills, and it's what everybody's been trying to say for thousands of years. But discover that for yourself. Come on into the site, morganamaterials.com. Look at the spiritual science. Look around. Bring it into your life and make it make sense for you.